You were 21?
Yes, I married.
Wait.
Okay.
Why did you get married at 21? Sorry for my tone. I know
Maybe
I'm already judging. Yeah.
I was so in love, number one.
Wow.
I was in love. There was that part about being in love.
Yes.
And then there was that part about having a baby.
A baby, yeah.
You know, you don't get a baby and you want to still live in your parents' house.
Yes.
Of course, you want to go live with.
I'm somebody who did not grow in a home whereby you can say, oh, this is how
a godly
home.
Yeah.
This is our father.
Or a sober home.
With all due respect, that was in 97 August.
You decided to get married. In one of the videos, you say that you were clueless. The two of you.
Yes.
You didn't prepare for marriage.
Let me tell you, the in love part was there.
Yes.
Yes, you were in love.
Very much in love.
But clueless.
Yeah.
So when we were 16 years in marriage,
we had gone through a lot of trouble.
We had gone through a lot of trouble. We said no.
You waited for 16 years.
We had to go back.
We're still
learning even today.
Let me tell you, you see, this thing is like this. You think you have it. Now
going back to school.
And right now, when we look back, when
school
we look
means
back,
premarital counseling.
Exactly.
Yes.
But then right now we look back, we say, God, we thank you because our experience has helped and will continue to help many more marriages.
Yes. Hey there and welcome back to the Rawder Kidula Show. Thank you so much for being part of this community and supporting the Ministry of Marriage and Family. My name is Mrs. Rodah Kidula Show. As we record this, I am almost 5 years in marriage.
Wow.
And I'm very happy. My husband is not hurt. I am not hurt.
Amen.
Our glasses are intact. We are fine. Yeah, so we continue declaring that marriage works when God is in it.
Yes.
And today I'm honored to have a couple that has been married for 22 years. Hey, I'm a student. Today I'm here to learn. Yes, and if you're watching this on my YouTube channel, please don't forget to subscribe, and we'll also be telling you about their YouTube channel so that you subscribe and get to follow authentic Christian godly marriage talks. You know, that is what this generation really needs.
Yes,
you know?
Very true.
And sadly, we listen to everything negative.
Yeah.
Everything that is not working. But when there's positivity, we run away. We want to encourage you to support and share marriage that works and people who are happily married because they actually exist. So, introduce yourself to us.
Okay. I'm going to do mine, then he's going to do his.
Okay.
I'm Rosie Ohons. I am a worshipper. I am in the ministry of worship. And I am a wife to him for 22 years.
Wow.
And we have 4 beautiful girls together. Yeah, we have 4 amazing girls together. Yeah, and we also do marriage content. And we believe there was a gap there that was left when we saw the content that is out there.
Yeah.
And we decided, no, we have something to say.
Yes.
You know, we went through, you know, some turmoils, you know, and we came out strong, and we are here. We are a living testimony that marriage works.
Amen.
And that's why we decided to do this. So I'm also a marriage content creator.
Awesome.
Sema sasa.
Wow. Baby, sumesema kila kitu.
Just say.
So mimi ndasema gani?
Your name.
Anyway, my name is Donald Ohon. That is where she gets the Ohon name from.
You are the Ohon.
I'm the Ohon.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm also in business. I'm an entrepreneur. Yeah. And I'm also doing ministry. We're doing together the marriage content.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you're also an actor.
And I'm also an actor. Yeah, by the way, I'm also an,
On the side, you wear.
Listen, I have a lot of a lot of hat to capes that I put on. I'm an actor.
Yes.
I'm a chef.
Oh.
I'm a marketer.
Lucky wife.
Yes. And I'm an entrepreneur. You know. I spend most of, by the way, it's true. I spend most of the time in the kitchen. I love being in the kitchen.
Wow.
Yes.
And your daughter is an actor too.
Oh yes. Yeah. So 2 of them are the actors in the house. Our second-born daughter. She's
called Joy.
Yeah.
She started acting when she was around 6 years old in Machachari.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the next time I saw her, I don't know what happened in my life. I used to watch Machachari with my daughter. Yeah. So they were very little boys and girls.
Yeah.
The next time I see them, I'm like, no way.
Something happened.
So she's currently acting in Salem.
Oh.
Yes.
Wow.
It's a Showmax production, so that's where she acts.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah, God has been good.
Yeah.
You also have to talk about the others because
we'll talk the first maybe I'll say
I like what you did.
The firstborn, she is I know you'll be questioning this because she's 24 years. She's already married. By the way,
imagine I won't question.
Okay.
If people meet,
I think he wants to answer.
The thing is, she got married 1 month ago.
Wow.
Our daughter.
Congratulations, parents to the bride.
Yes, she's 24 years old. Okay. Of course, I started dating my wife when she was 17.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Ulipenda.
You
loved.
Yeah.
South African friend.
He loved.
That was in 1997 August.
Ooh.
Yes, but she turned you turned 18 a few months later. That was in November.
Yeah. It's okay. I was young.
And that time we were born again, of course.
Yes.
Yeah. But somehow things happened. And
the baby came.
Now you understand.
I wasn't understanding
why
she's 24.
Yes.
Now you understand.
Yeah.
I totally understand.
Yeah,
the same way I have a 16-year-old and I've been married for 5 years.
Now that's it. Yeah. Now the second born is now Joy. Yes, and then we have Joy is 20.
Yeah.
We have third born, who is called Imani. She's 16, and our last one, she's 9 years old.
Oh.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow.
I'm blessed with beautiful
girls. I've seen them,
and I'm satisfied.
We haven't given you pressure for boys.
Unajua, in fact, the pressure is not with me. The pressure is with outsiders.
Yeah, we, the society.
You don't want a son.
You try again for a son.
I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm more than satisfied. If God has decided this is by this,
Baba girls.
We never used to pray at ile story as we
want a boy.
We want to you pray you want a boy. God give us your best. So God gave us the best.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, we are so happy and we are so content.
We're so content.
And we blessed.
How was it now having that baby before?
Having the baby?
The society, did we judge you? You were born again.
My father is a very loving father.
Yes.
He's a man of God.
Oh.
I grew up in a pastoral home. And so you can imagine.
PK.
Yeah, you can imagine you and the baby, So of course he wasn't happy. But fast forward, I think today he's the happiest father when he sees the children and he sees our marriage. They're good friends with my husband. He loves my husband. My husband loves.
Did you introduce yourself?
I decided
he did things the right way.
As much as things didn't work the way we had planned, I had to do things the right way.
Yes.
I told her, I'll take you from your home.
Yeah, he did that.
Marriage, church marriage.
Yeah, we did a wedding.
We did a white wedding. Yeah. I went, I told Mzee, yes, najua nimekosa.
Yeah.
Please nisamee. But one thing I cannot do, I cannot take your daughter behind.
Yes.
I have to do things the right way.
Wow.
But they are gracious for those, say 1.5 years, maybe at my parents' house with my baby.
Yes.
They are gracious to us, took care of me, of course, with the baby. Unajua, when you give birth in your parents' home, it means it's your baby plus your father's plus your mother's.
Yes.
They have to participate. Yeah, so they did that until now he was ready and we tied the knot. We didn't really stay for long.
Yeah.
And then we tied the knot and we started living, started our life.
How old were you when
21.
21. And I was 26 because we have a 5 years gap.
You were 21?
Yes, I married.
Wait.
Okay.
Why did you get married at 21? Sorry for my tone. I know
maybe she
I'm
can
already
answer.
judging. Yeah.
I was so in love, number one.
Wow.
I was in love because, of course, I had relationships, but I felt like I've gotten, I found my friend. I found my friend, I found my best friend, and he'll attest to you the things that I went through as a teenager and all of that, and I never opened up to anyone but him.
Wow.
So it's when I met him and I released everything, that's when I knew, this guy, he's my one. Wow. He's the one, he's my one, he's my one and only.
Oh.
And by the way, for me, all along, I didn't see myself getting married when I'm very old. Yes.
You're 26.
I didn't want to get old. You're past 50s and your kids are still in school.
Yes.
I didn't want to go to that level.
But,
I wanted to marry when I'm young, raise my kids enough when I have the energy.
Yes.
And so I was always looking forward to it. In fact, when I met, I told her, the moment I get a stable job, I will marry you.
I met him as a sufferer.
Oh, no, he wasn't looking like this.
Oh my God! Oh my God! But I was just in love. I didn't see the suffering. I didn't see the torn shoes. I didn't see,
Oh, there were torn shoes.
What? Hey, you don't want to know. And so I think another thing to just continuing us answering that question is there was that part about being in love.
Yes.
And then there was that part about having a baby.
A baby,
you don't get a baby and you want to still live in your parents' house.
Yes.
Of course, you want to go live with the
father.
And raise the baby. And another thing was I would still continue with my education as per the agreement.
Oh.
Even before my dad, it was an agreement because my dad asked, are you ready to, because she's young. So are you ready to educate her and all of that? And he said, okay. So I was to continue with my education, which I continued. And then, of course, I will still continue. I will still continue at this age because there is a place where my husband and I, we've not reached education-wise. There is where we want to be. And we'll still continue. Wow. I guess kids come,
everything, life happens.
Were
your parents okay with you getting married at 21?
They didn't have any objection.
Oh, they didn't have any objection?
Yeah. Amazingly. My mom, my mom got married at
when she was 16, I think.
My mom got married
and also I think my mom also got married when she was young.
And then my dad and mom, or our dad and mom, because we share our dad and mom,
because my parents
are late, so we say they are our parents. So what happened is they're not complicated people, and we've learned a lot from them. That's why we never complicated it for our first daughter when she wanted to get married. They never complicate anything for you. What do you want? How do you feel it? Okay.
Wow.
They will respect.
And my
your
dad,
choice.
of course, had issues because he asked. My husband is from Western, so what he asked was
from Nyanza, baby.
See, Western
okay, but
Kenya,
still it's Western
Western
Kenya. Yes,
It's Western.
It's still Western,
And I'm from
the coast.
I'm not from coast. I'm from Moranga.
Central.
I'm
really?
Of course. I've been raised in Eastlands.
I would like to know how elections period.
The coalition it works.
This one works.
Yes.
This one works. That is why. Even in our house, our kids don't take either Luo names or Kikuyu names. We basically give them godly names.
Inspired names. How
names.
the Holy Spirit gave it to us is how we named them. So him coming from that side and myself. So my dad was a bit, how will you do these traditions? How will it go? With traditions. I think that was his concern.
Most area of
and
concern.
My husband told him, I don't even know what tradition is. I don't follow.
I told, which is true.
My dad died. I never followed. I didn't follow these things.
Yeah.
He runs away from tradition.
I assured him, I told him, I don't follow traditions.
Yeah.
And I told him first, and my dad even died.
Yeah.
And I never followed any
And the mom died after we got married. We went there.
And we never followed any traditions.
Left immediately. Like, you know, like there's no time for, you know, complicating things because these things, they interfere with your spiritual life. So, he's that kind of a person. I thank God about that. So my dad has never been worried about
it
to date.
Why
so he kept his word.
Why did you choose her?
Okay, you've heard what she said.
Yeah.
She's had a rough time in her life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rosie is one person who has gone through some abuse in life at a very young stage. And it is the thing that she came to open it up to me. Yeah. Okay. I had a really bad life. Okay. I'm somebody who did not grow in a home whereby you can say, this is how a godly home. Yeah. This is our father.
Or a sober home.
With all due respect, I respect my dad as much as he's late and the mom. But there was nothing that, and he was a man who used to beat up my mom. You know, there's nothing I could see. I could actually copy from him. Yeah. So it was really a home that had it had a lot of disorganization. Yeah. So I grew up. I don't know how I can put it, but my kind of lifestyle, was just a bad life. And it reached a place. I told God, this life I don't want anymore. I want to focus my life on you. Please, the next lady I will relate with, let that lady be a lady who I will enter marriage with.
Wow.
And even my friends were telling me, can you stay 2 weeks below them? Okay, let's see.
Yes.
I mean, I could not stay without a lady even beyond 2 weeks. Yeah. But it ended up, I stayed for 6 months.
God, we thank God.
Yes, we thank God. The day I saw her, somehow, I'd relocated from Mombasa now. I was in Nairobi. I saw that girl. There's a connection you just feel in your heart, your entire body. It's like your spirit, your soul, your body, your mind, everything is connected. That one.
She's the one.
That is the one.
My wife.
My wife.
My rib.
Yeah.
Where did you meet?
We met in Buruburu.
What
my area?
The area.
But he was also living there.
I was also living there.
He was squatting with friends.
What? Yes.
What was he doing?
Squatting, like
like he was homeless.
Exactly. Something like that, because now the dad had passed on.
No, that time my dad had not passed on.
But he was retired at home.
Okay.
Life was hard.
Life was hard. I relocated.
He was living with friends and he didn't have a job. And so actually he would do stuff for them so that he could get some money.
And that is how, that's why she told you, she met me when my
shoes were torn.
Yeah. So it was not easy on me, but she loved me the way, and that's why I really respect this.
Yeah.
Not really a woman, but a girl.
A girl. Your girlfriend.
Yeah. And that is how we started our journey.
Yeah.
That was in 97 August.
You decided to get married. In one of the videos, you say that you were clueless. The two of you.
Yes.
You didn't prepare for marriage.
Let me tell you, the in love part was there.
Yes.
Yes, you were in love.
Very in love.
Very much in love.
But clueless.
Because we didn't know what we were getting into.
Nothing about marriage.
Being a wife, being a husband.
Nothing, because...
Remember my background?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Very bad model.
What kind of model will I put on? I know I love her.
Yeah.
She's the right person for me. But it's like I don't have the knowledge on how to execute what I've entered.
Yeah.
I know I'm supposed to spend my life with her.
Yes.
Okay.
But how?
Yes, how?
And
you know, during that time, baby, we didn't even have things like premarital counseling.
No, nothing.
No.
We didn't.
No videos to watch.
Yeah.
Nothing. For better, for worse, and then
it will
start.
Aunties.
Nothing.
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 So we've learned.
How was your first year?
Oh.
As we started with the drama.
Communication.
You know, we were taught in marriage school that it starts with the inaitwaje stage. The first one is
it's a dream stage.
The dream stage.
Yes.
And then they enter the drama. And then I don't know the other one and the other one.
And the dream stage can be between maybe 1 to 3 years.
So now,
you know,
ours was drama from the word go.
Drama. Now you are on the dream.
Even her telling you that we learned from marriage class is because we went back to school. You know, when you want your marriage to work, you have to go to all extremes. You have to read the books.
Yes.
You have to listen to marriage talks. You have to acquire knowledge because it will help you at some point. So when we were 16 years in marriage,
we had gone through a lot of trouble.
We had gone through a lot of trouble. We said no.
You waited for 16 years.
We had to go back.
We are still
learning even today.
Let me tell you, you see, this thing is like this. You think you have it. Now I've gotten it. Trending. You know, let's go now. Then you reach a place where now again realize, things go.
I need something.
You still don't get it.
Yes.
Actually, there's a pastor who said, you guys, you have no idea
what you're getting.
He listened to us. No, he said you are clueless
about
you don't know anything about marriage.
You started with drama.
We started with drama. We had to go back to marriage class when we were 16 years.
I was the most angry person, and I think it was coming from the abuse and everything. Since this thing was done to me at a young age, I think before primary school, and it was several of them. And so I don't know, but there was this anger in me. That didn't see this man. Yes, I know he's my husband, but when that thing comes, it's like it takes over. And so it was chaos in the house. And of course he's coming from a place he doesn't, pia kona issues zake, like as a man, he's not being, let me just say, I was not that wife, he was not that husband. And
what
you know, if a husband is not taking his place as the husband and the wife is not taking her place, things go.
It's chaos.
I have a gift for your teen daughter. Sorry to interrupt the conversation. My name is Rawder Kidula, and I present to you this book for my beautiful teen girl. It's a gift challenging the teen girl to have godly values. It talks about many issues that they go through and inspires them to be better teens. See details on the screen of how you can get it. Thank you.
What were your expectations about marriage? I'm getting married. It's a white wedding.
A lot of sex. I knew a lot of sex.
Breakfast, lunch, and supper.
I knew a lot of sex.
Honeymoon moments.
Me, because I knew it's sex, because I think at a young age I'm just excited. And now I'm going.
And you've been told no until.
So now I'm
here. Now you have the certificate.
So I know. I'm gonna be. It will be. You know, heaven on earth.
Every day.
And of course you will. One of the expectations, it will be always like a honeymoon moment all through,
So I expected that. I expected a lot of attention from him, a lot of attention, you know, just being treated as a wife.
As a queen.
Yes, that is what I think, and that is what some of the things, the attention was lacking, you know, all of that. And I think also coming in with a kid, you know, that was another issue. We didn't get time to just be the two of you.
Two of us,
you know. So I think I had expectations, just the way a young girl can have those expectations. I know right now, if you tell me that, you know, sex is the in thing in marriage, I'll tell you, what are you talking about?
Is sex overrated in marriage?
Okay, my view is for those guys who are aspiring to get married or to be married, okay, they will overrate the sex aspect.
Yes.
But when you get into marriage, you realize the aspect of love is not only demonstrated with the sex part.
Sex part, true.
Love is bigger beyond sex.
Yes.
You realize now you're in marriage, this is commitment. This is commitment. it is beyond. You've gotten into a commitment whereby there's no turning back.
Yes.
Okay? And there's more than sex.
In marriage.
Because you will realize, for those people who have been long enough married, they will realize sometimes you can even go, it's like a season. You can even go a whole week, 2 weeks. Sexless. Not that you don't love each other. But somehow you've gone through some things that have preoccupied you.
Yes.
You know, this is the woman I love, this is the man I love.
I'm faithful.
Not that you're doing anything outside. No.
Yeah.
But somehow, because there are things that are somehow taken over.
Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, it's something that we agreed with my wife. You know, sometimes we have to be intentional.
Yeah.
Regardless of the issues or situation, whatever is happening. I'm not just, okay, yes, you are my sister in the Lord, but you are also my wife.
Yeah.
So the thing is, we have to be intentional. I know we've been having things, we've been having too long. Today, we have to purpose. The day. Intentional, you know. So that is one thing we've learned.
Sex is the butter.
Yes, it's the lubrication.
It's the lubrication.
Yes. Pia, when you don't stay connected with that, you'll realize you can, a small thing will really piss you off big time. Why? Because that lubrication is missing out.
Yes.
So it's important. Even if there are issues, you just have to be intentional.
But I think you're right in terms of it being, people think that's there's praying for each other. You have to be, there's connecting in prayer.
Yes.
And I think for us, we feel it. Even when we've not been praying together, we can feel there's something that is not right.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of things, like right now we've been talking a lot about his work. And sometimes I talk to him about my work, I talk to him about my music, and I just need someone to commune with. I want him to hear me. I want, something like that. So marriage is so wide, and of course sex is the gift that God gave us, which we should enjoy, but we should not, put it above
everything else. Were you
and
disappointed?
So you see at 21 how my mind was.
So are you
that was my mindset. About at 21? Bila sex? Like the sex I used? Yes, of course. Of course.
And you're mad.
I was disappointed. What's happening? Why are you not wanting me?
As much as I expected. What were your expectations?
Of course, my expectations were the same. Okay. We'll have honeymoon moments.
Yes.
We'll have a lot of sex time. But we realized when he came in, that's when you realize, okay, Hapa, it's drama.
Yes.
Drama. And when the environment is not conducive, but has a lot of drama thing, even the angle of sex cannot easily come in.
Yes.
Because you feel, yes, I love this person, but that drama does not create a conducive environment to create an atmosphere of love, of intimacy, So because of that, because of the too much dramas, and we trying to figure out ourselves, it was not easy on us, of course, So, of course, the expectations were thwarted, but we learned it, but in the harder way. The harder way.
Going back to school.
And right now, when we look back, when we look
means
back,
premarital counseling.
Exactly.
Yes.
But then right now, we look back, we say, God, we thank you, because our experience has helped and will continue to help many more marriages.
Yes.
Because we learned marriage the hard way. We didn't have the shock absorbers. You see, the thing is, challenges will be there in marriages. But the aspect of giving up on each other, that should not be there. That's not an option.
Yeah.
You will disagree in many, many things.
Yes.
But one thing you will absolutely agree is never giving up on each other. But on many things, you will disagree. And you know why you will disagree? Number one, the reason we came together, it was not about our love. It is about God's agenda.
Oh, yes.
Primary reason is God's agenda.
Purpose.
Yeah.
God's purpose.
Yeah.
And if you look at it from that angle, then it means the aspect of giving up is not there. Because it is not about us.
Yes.
It is about God. What's my assignment for her? To help her reach her destiny. What's her assignment for me? To help me reach my destiny. It's God's purpose. That's a primary agenda. Sex, malavidavi, all that, that is secondary.
Yeah. Important, but secondary.
It's important, but the primary, it is God's agenda.
Yes.
Okay? So, now, I realized one thing. The revelation I got was this. You will realize, like you were brought up with the same father, same mother, you had siblings.
Yes.
How comes you and your siblings, you used to quarrel, fight,
my sisters.
and your sisters, and you're brought up with the same father, same mother, same village, maybe same community, same home. How much more for your spouse?
That's strange.
Maybe she is from a different tribe, brought up differently, raised up differently. Like her, she was raised up on a pastoral background, pastoral home. Me, mine was different. I grew up.
Yours was like a secular home.
A secular home. I'm one kind of a person. I used to see my dad bringing women to the house. When my mom is there.
What made
looks like Nigerian movie? Yeah. Are you seeing?
I want to know what made you turn out this way.
No, because I purposed. This is the kind of life I would not want.
I don't want.
I decided. You see, such life can either make you go that direction and go to the extreme, or you become better.
Yes.
Because that's a purpose, Mimi. The day I'll get married, I would not want to hit my wife. I saw how my dad, until when we were growing up, we had to come in. I told my brothers, I was the smallest. I was the youngest, but I told my brothers, no, guys, we are growing. I remember that time I was in class 7. My other brother, class 8. The other one was around from 2. I told them, no, today we have to
put an end to this.
An end to this. When my dad came to try to beat up my mom, we told her, Daddy, no, this will not happen.
Wow.
Yes. He looked at us, he tried moving this side. He didn't realize that
this guy is... your mother.
Yes. That is the time it ended. Him beating my mom.
Wow.
So, the thing is, I was saying, look at the backgrounds. Okay? Now, how do you expect you will marry this lady and not having issues? And yet you had issues with your own siblings.
At home.
So
colleagues at home.
Yes. So guys, we should not expect now that if you had same issues with your siblings, expect the same challenges also.
In your marriage.
Yeah.
But one thing you have to agree, absolutely. Never giving up on each other.
And I think the other thing that we never knew is, of course, we had challenges. But we were never approaching it from a godly perspective.
Yes.
And that's where people go wrong.
But you were born.
You have yes.
Are you singing at this time? Are you famous? Are you
singing?
Yes, because you got married 2001, 2002.
Okay.
So meaning, yes, you can be a minister, you can be out there, and you have issues.
Yes.
You have a lot of issues. And so I think ours was, we were not doing it the godly way. We were not doing it the godly way. Yes, there's an issue here, but how it's being handled? No. Our conversations were not respectful. There was no respect, There was no, there's a way you have stamina for your spouse. There's a way, And so we were not handling each other, lovingly and all of that. And so I think the communication bit was the issue. And now that God has brought us here, we are glad to say that we can sort out an issue and leave it, in the past and move
forward.
Yes, again, we had to, because I think another thing that I've seen that is an issue in marriages is perceptions. You see, you have these perceptions about your spouse. Huyu mtu ananidharauingi. He looks down on me. He doesn't love me. And let me tell you,
he's not proud of me.
And these are things the devil whispers to you, and you take them as truth.
Oh, yes.
Truth. It's so hard for that person to come and convince you that I love you. That I don't look down upon you. That, I wish the best for you. And as long as you don't change your mindset about that you don't believe and trust the words that he tells you about, you will move on with that. And that will be your gospel truth. And then, and how do you work it out? Because now you're living with a person you don't even trust. You don't trust their words. Like when they say, I love you, what you hear in your head is, he hates me.
He's just saying it.
So perceptions. And you really have to trust that, you really have to trust your spouse and believe that what they say, that's
true.
And those are their intentions for you.
Wow.
And they have good intentions.
These 22 years, what has been your greatest challenge in marriage?
That's a greatest challenge. we I don't know at what point he's good with the times, and he's one who keeps who diarizes things. But I remember there's a time we had it up till here, and I packed. I went to my mom's house. We had a separation.
Because
we separated.
Misunderstanding was so much she could not get me.
Did you see her pack? Did you watch her pack?
He wasn't. I don't know even where he was. Like it's commotion.
It was commotion.
It was that bad.
It was that bad, and I think there's a point I think he left for a while, and I picked everything.
Oh, with your children?
No.
Allah, you left the kid.
Yeah.
You're the first one I've had.
And in my head, I'm telling myself, I'm saving myself. No, you see, I don't have a problem with him and the kids.
He has a good relation, good father.
Yes. It's me and him. So, let me just go back to my mom's house. Because I can't. We can't take it in.
Because you see, it's
and,
like...
And I went back and we stayed for how long?
Almost 4 months.
We stayed.
Oh.
Yes, I packed my stuff, went there, and the kids would come see me.
And him?
Me,
he would just come try to talk to me. But
looks like we are not... We love each other.
I left,
I was not I knew we love each other. We are meant to be together.
Yes.
But I said, maybe this break will help us. At least...
Our eyes.
Open our eyes, get to understand where we're coming from.
He was still coming. He still would come, show me how he's gone to the gym and all. And then my head is blocked at that time. I'm like, even if you show me gym, whatever, do you think my heart is in there? You know? And I was like, I wanted him to reflect on the hurts, the pains, that I feel that he has, taken me through. And I'm not saying that I'm not a participant. I'm a participant. But you see, at that time, I just felt, no.
He's the bad one.
That's why I've left. And so I stayed. My good parents, the cool parents who will always, support me. They went there and they took care of me. They took me in, gave me space. I stayed there for some time. And actually, we were thinking about, I don't know the time frame. It was not more than 6 months.
Not more than
He
6.
stayed with his children.
His children? You didn't miss your children?
I did, but they were coming to see me. Yeah, we were in touch. Yeah, we were in touch. And it's still Nairobi. It's Nairobi.
It's
not like I was in the outskirts of, I was not outside Nairobi.
You didn't go to Cameroon.
No. I didn't go to Cameroon. I didn't go out of the country. Actually, if I had gone out of the country, maybe that would be the end. What? But God allowed it. Like we were, the distance was not bad. And so I stayed there, and after a while he came again to my parents. I went to my wife.
Now they're laughing. I like the way you're talking about this. Because even in church, there are people who separate. There are people who live even for a year. But we don't talk. We hide it. We don't talk about it.
And can I tell you the truth?
I
see the God who restores when I look at us. Actually, today I was just telling God, thank you for this far you've brought us as a couple and for our marriage, because we were headed for divorce. We knew it.
Did you think about divorce?
You knew it. You knew it. I knew it.
Oh,
we knew it. Us now, like
the thing is,
yes,
we knew deep inside.
Yeah, we love each other.
We love but somehow we were not getting a formula on how we
and
can
it's been so many
work out
years.
this thing.
It's been so many years.
When you were separated, how long had you been married?
It's
almost 15, eh?
Yeah. Oh, before you went back to class.
Yeah, yes. I think it was on the 16th year. I think is when we went back to class. And then because even after the separation, when I came back, things got worse. It didn't work.
I like that.
And I think that is why. That's what I'm saying. You see, deep inside our hearts, we know that we are in love. That one is not. It's not debatable. We know. But somehow it's like there's something we are not getting it right here.
Yeah.
There's something somehow. So to know, we are, instead of causing so much pain to each other, we would rather just head for divorce. Yeah. Though we love each other,
we confessed that. Actually, we are guilty of even confessing because we said it. We say I said a lot. I said it a lot of times until I can't remember. I said it a lot of times.
And
like,
then that
I don't feel, you know. And every
I think, Sweetie, it's from there. We said, okay, we need to go back to the foundations.
Yes.
Yeah, we started. Yeah.
We said, let's go back to the foundations.
We behaved like
let's behave.
Because it's right. You're right what you're saying.
Yeah.
You're going there to sit with people who want to get married.
Yeah. They are in fact, it was interesting.
Who are preparing and you're married 15 years. And you're sitting there.
No, baby, it was. The good thing about that premarital class, it was premarital and marriage class because it had...
Even the married were there. The ones who have not validated they're in that class. The ones who have hit rock bottom like us were in that class. And the fresh ones.
The fresh ones, yes.
Wow. We were all there.
And there are also guys who are also more or less in the same positions we were.
Where was this class?
We can recommend it for people. There's a church called Harvesters Global Church.
Yes. And they have a very good pastor.
Yes.
So Pastor Charles, we respect him. We really honor him. He was our pastor for some time.
Yeah.
And that is where we got the marriage class from.
Wow.
Yeah.
The marriage classes are...
We need marriage classes.
They do classes there.
Yeah, we'll also do one, by the way.
Oh.
And I would recommend. We can recommend people to go there. They can go there for the classes.
Yeah.
We went there, and from there is when we saw things from a very different perspective. Yeah. We agreed to go back to the foundation.
Actually,
because our foundation,
we were the best couple.
Oh,
yes.
What did you do
in the class? We were gifted.
Yes,
when we were graduating, we were given like it was best improved.
Oh, yes,
like I think how they saw us come in, and now how we transformed. Yes. They were like, what? These people.
You were headed for divorce.
Yes.
We were.
Wow.
If God hadn't come through, the God who restores.
Yeah.
And you swallowed your ego. I know ego can be. I'm only 5 years, but ego is a thing.
Ego is something. Because you see, him will come and say, mimi kama mwanaume.
Yeah.
And then we'll come and say, even me as a woman.
Yes.
Mwanaume from Nyanza.
From Nyanza. Yeah, there's that one. Yeah. There's that one, and then there's what we had to deal with coming from, the things which people sometimes can argue that they're not there.
Yeah.
But in each family there are strongholds. There are things that follow you.
Yes.
That if there's no marriage that has worked in your home, and you're here, trying to work out yours.
Yeah. You validate and say no wonder.
Those things will fight you. Will fight seriously. Like him coming from a dysfunctional home where the father was never that husband and trying to be the husband.
Yes.
Of course, there are forces that will fight.
Yes.
And so we also were conscious about that. We came to a place where we were so conscious about that there are things that we are also fighting.
Wow.
And we have to be intentional about making this marriage work.
What did you tell your children when you left?
My children?
Yeah.
My children, by the way.
When
they went through stuff. They went through stuff with us.
Together, they went through stuff.
A lot of stuff.
It's that's when I realized when we came back together. I realized we had taken these kids through a lot.
Yeah.
We didn't even need to tell them, Rodah.
It was an emotional moment.
They were seeing everything.
They were seeing everything. In fact,
ilikuwa ni kama ni makelele ni hapa.
In fact, I remember.
Like shouting at each other.
Yes.
Baby, I remember.
Kosovo.
Baby. Or Russia and whatever. I remember.
It was not a joke.
When we were graduating in the marriage class, God led me to give a testimony.
Yeah, I remember.
Okay? We call our kids in front. We're in front of the church. And they broke down before the church.
Wow. Actually, you.
I broke down.
You know you don't want to say you.
Okay, I broke down. I told guys.
He cried.
I cried. I told them.
It was so emotional for him.
It was not easy for my kids. It was not easy. And in fact, some of them also broke down. It was really...
Yeah, they cried. Their dad cried, they cried.
And I told guys, and I even allowed one of my daughters to speak, and she said, anyway, they were hurting.
They were.
They were hurting. So parents, I can tell you for the fact, never. Sometimes
never
it's not about the two of you. Kids hurt.
Yes, they do.
I saw it practically with my kids when they broke down. I mean, it was not easy on them. And I would not want to take them through that route again in my life. Never.
It will never happen.
It will never happen. Never.
Because we forget the children. It's just about me and my husband.
They went through stuff because I remember our third baby. I remember she would quote and say, you know, during this day, and it was my birthday, is when my dad and mom had a dispute. So you see, for her, it's like she even, like when another birthday comes,
she freaks out.
She's like, you know.
It's that day. And even during the separation, they must have felt it.
Yes. They of course they felt it. No kid, no child wants to see dad and mom
separate.
Like this.
Or fighting.
They want to find you in bed together. They want to see you cuddling. They want to see you kissing each other. They feel safe in that space.
In fact, now they've grown to the extent that sometimes when they feel I've not really shown her enough attention, they come and challenge me, Dad, when did you last take mom out?
Oh la la.
When did you last buy mom a present?
My daughter should, I'll cut this part.
Yeah.
Give her this assignment.
They put me to task. Dad,
and
nowadays,
very vocal.
In fact, there was a time they even told me, Dad, you come from your businesses, you come back home, you're too much on phone. I mean, why don't you just do away with your phone and spend quality time with mom?
Wow.
In fact, from that time I got used, anytime I get to the house, I put it on silent. So that I don't want guys to disturb me.
Yes.
Anytime maybe I'm free, I'll just check it once in a while. See if there was any important call. I return only the important calls.
And you know the beauty of this thing is what? The beauty of this thing is that God qualifies the disqualified.
Amen.
And that's what he did with us.
Yes.
We had even disqualified ourselves.
Yes.
We are done.
We'll never be those parents. We'll never be an example.
Yourself, are you thinking about your children?
You know, at that moment, it is so personal. And it is too much.
It's too much.
Even the pain is too much on you that you feel, no, this
because
one.
Yes, you want to be that. Yes, you want to create an atmosphere for the
but
again,
it is too much.
This husband can't disappear.
Do you have a voice
or this wife can't
telling you and giving you ideas on how you will co-parent well?
In fact, at that time, because things are too hot, the best thing at that time is just to separate first.
But you see, even in separation, we were co-parenting already.
Because the good thing about
now
us,
that
we
was
know,
the next step. The next step
know-
was divorce.
Yes, one thing we know
The next step
is
was
we've
that.
always been good parents to our children. We support them in all ways. Even as much as she told you she had gone to the mom, she was confident that I can be with the kids because she knows I am a good dad. Yeah. And I did not block the kids from going to see her. Okay, they could go even over the weekend and spend with the mom, you know. So that was the case.
Wow. God restored you. I'm now thinking about your children.
Now you're getting why we do videos.
Yeah. And how many times, even for me, sometimes I'm mad at my husband. I don't even think about our children.
Yeah.
We're just like, they're okay. They've eaten. They've gone to school. Yet, they see.
They see
they
and it
hear,
affects them.
Even when you're in your room,
Yes.
having that dispute, argument, they're listening keenly.
They know what's going
and
on.
even if they don't hear, they study you.
There's a way.
Yeah.
They'll study
They
you
know,
and tell you, Mom,
Even if
today,
they don't hear.
Yes.
today there's
In fact,
something.
like
They
my
read.
daughters could ask me, that is, I can tell this things are not
Tension.
right between you and mom.
They can tell.
And you know when they've grown to a particular age, you can't shut them down.
Yeah. Ooh.
But we are a very tight family.
Yeah, I've seen you even play games on YouTube.
Yeah, even with our kids. Like we are a very.
What's the name of your channel? Let's just say it here.
Now our channel.
Yeah.
We are broadcasting it from my channel.
Rosie
Yes,
Ohons.
Rosie Ohons.
Yes. Yeah, because we figured out that was the channel that was already up with the music and everything.
Yeah.
So it's Rosie Ohons.
Yeah.
You can just find all the videos
All
there.
the videos
We
there.
are growing.
Yes.
We are growing slowly by slowly, and God is helping us.
Wow. We
Yes.
thank God for that. For
Yeah.
people who are just married, what advice would you give them?
Okay.
Just married this Saturday.
Would you start? And then
What I told my daughter,
Yes, please.
that's my daughter.
Yeah.
She's been chatting with me a lot, calling me.
Yeah.
And I told her, listen, honey,
It's a month to Leah.
hey, give it a break.
Yeah.
Get to know your husband.
Yes.
Spend time with him. Spend time as much as you can
Yes.
with
The two
him.
of you.
Get to know him. Give him your attention.
Yeah.
Give each other your attention.
Yes.
And just make the best out of it.
Yeah.
Because you have to do that. You know, it's something that we never. And I don't know. It's just wisdom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, because I think she's missing us a lot, and she tends to be, you know, every time she's, you know, and I tell her, hey,
Now you're a married woman.
yeah, just.
And as I watched you saying, she is in a different government. Yeah.
So now you should hear the jokes in the family group. So when dad gives her money,
Yeah.
you know, because there's a time he feels generous and he gives each of his daughters money,
Yeah.
and everything is in the family group.
Yes.
And so my second born, or let me just say them,
Yeah.
you know what they do? They protest and they say, why are you giving her money?
Yes,
she's
she
of a
has a
different
husband.
government. So it's being used against her.
Yeah.
And she's of a different government. So they should stay with their government there and everything. And he tells them, you know, she's still my daughter.
Yeah.
She's still my daughter, and we gained a son. And so another thing I would like, and I would tell newlyweds, is don't think you're getting into I don't know. I know. Maybe people have dated and they think it's a dating thing, it's a dating game, but this is serious business.
Yes.
And before you get into it, watch videos.
Yes.
Watch marriage videos, read books.
Yes.
You know, like I have one, getting married and staying married. Staying married, you know, there's that. There's a lot of books and materials.
A mentor who has gone ahead of you.
Yes.
Okay.
Someone
people you can be accountable
Yes.
to.
And don't wait until trouble begins so that now you
run to the past.
Push on yourself.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah, get knowledge, acquire knowledge for this marriage you're getting into. Yes, acquire it before you get into it, so that now you become. And then I also tell my daughter that you have to be a prayerful woman.
Oh yes.
Because I wasn't when I got into marriage, I wasn't a prayerful woman. I was not a prayer warrior. But he can tell you, He can tell you when I start praying.
Yes.
He can tell you when I start praying, you know. I know I can pray, and I know heaven hears. Yeah, not that I'm ski, but I think yangu inafukanga ya kwanza. So anyway, you know, I never was that prayer warrior. I never used to pray for until things now started turning upside down.
Yes.
Is when I knew, you know, God expects me to pray and turn situations around in this marriage.
Yeah.
Even my children, they need my prayers, they need my intercession, and that's why I tell my daughter that you need to be a prayer warrior. I say it again and again. Marriage cannot sustain itself. It needs that prayer. Person. You need to push in prayer. Yeah.
And is it a woman's job? You know, we are told the man is the priest. When we get there,
it's both.
It's both.
It's both. What I can say, in addition to what
so we need to pray both together.
You see,
but there's that which aspect, now I have put for myself.
Oh yeah.
There's an aspect like now. What you've done as in our marriage. Yeah. There's the aspect of us praying together.
Yes.
We have to pray together. Every night we have to pray together. Which we preferred
maybe before we start the day or at night.
At night, very late at night, you know, or very early in the morning.
Yes.
Before we start the day, we do it together. And of course, she will have her own time and I will have my own time.
Oh, yes.
Okay?
Yeah.
What I can say to the young people who have just gotten married, in addition to what my wife has mentioned, is marriage has a lot of challenges.
Yes.
But don't get to marriage with the mind of I'm going to encounter challenges. No, don't look forward to the challenges. Okay?
Yes.
It's like when you're growing in your home with your dad, your mom, with your siblings, you don't come to the house with the mind of I'm going to quarrel with my brother, I'll pick up a fight with my... No, see, life goes on too, as usual. And then maybe something can happen, and then you have a fight with your brother, you have a quarrel with your brother, you misunderstanding with your brother, you know. It's not that you have a mindset, I'm going to, you know. So, it is something that you should have at the back of your mind, that challenges will come, okay? But don't put it like I'm looking for it, you know.
I'm entering this challenge.
No. That should not be. It should not be too conscious on your mind.
It was not God's idea. Was
it is a beautiful thing.
A heaven.
Yes, a heavenly thing.
Peaceful place. So a companionship.
But when it happens, that is why it is important now. Like what my wife is saying, get knowledge.
Yeah.
Okay.
Acquire knowledge.
When you acquire knowledge, the knowledge you get will cushion you during those challenges.
Yeah.
It's the same way we pray in season and out of season. So that when, let's say, things are rough,
you'll know what to do.
You already have the stamina.
Yes.
You're not trying to look for prayers. Because there are seasons where things will be rough, but you already have the stamina. Okay? So the same thing in marriage. Now, those challenges will come. And because of the challenges, you will end up having a lot of disagreements. You will disagree on so many things. Okay? Some things you'll agree to disagree, things like that. But one thing that is ultimate, and it is very important, and it should be super conscious in your mind, is no matter what, we are agreeing in never giving up on each other.
We are here to stay.
We are here to stay.
We're on the same side.
Amen.
Challenges will be there, but we are agreeing.
We are on the same side. We are on the same team.
We are never giving
and
up
God is for us.
on each other.
Who can be against us?
Wow.
Never.
Do you think people often give up on each other too soon?
Yes.
You see why they will give up?
Yes, they do. Yes,
because people don't have the knowledge of why they are in marriage.
Oh, yes.
I've told you the primary reason
Yes.
for marriage is godly agenda.
And I feel they give up too soon, because why is it that when you quarrel, the first thing you say is naenda?
Naenda.
Where did that come from?
At the back of our minds, we always know there's an exit plan.
So already you've given up before you've even started. Yeah, because why can't you sort out the issue?
Here without going.
Yeah, naenda and I give up. Come on, to achana.
Yeah.
Let me ask you, like now we have a practical example.
Yes.
We knew kabisa we are in love, we are meant to be there for one another.
Yes.
If we could have given up,
do you know,
we would have been miserable wherever we were.
We could have affected our generation.
Yeah.
Yes. But because we were pressing on to get to know where are we getting it from? You know, the good thing with this generation, they are exposed to a lot of knowledge.
Yeah. Go to YouTube, you'll find Rawder Kidula there.
Yes.
You'll find Ohons.
Yes.
You'll find many more. I've been watching stuff there.
Yeah. There are people you can
There's a lot of content.
There's a lot of content. There are a lot of
And
books.
marriage is not kununolianagari. It's not about cars.
What I've also discovered on marriage, if I listen to couples in South Africa, in India, godly ones, it's the same.
It's the same thing.
Same.
Yeah.
Same principles.
Yeah, and rather this has to change in Kenya. People have to know that for a marriage to be successful, it's not about buying each other cars. For real.
That's by the way.
What if he doesn't have the capacity? What if I don't have the capacity to buy him land? So does it mean that the marriage is not working?
Your birthday, you need to be on a billboard.
No. Why are we doing that?
And that is the pressure we are giving men. And men are not married.
And then we are sexualizing.
That's byproduct.
Even what is out there. You know, people need to really count on and follow real content.
You see, if you realize marriage is godly,
it is so sad.
If you come to the understanding that marriage is godly, you can never replace God with the earthly things.
Yes. You can't.
Definitely, God will give you these things at the end of the day.
Yeah.
At the right time, He will give you. But you have to get it right from the onset.
Yes.
And that is why us guys had to go back to the foundations to get it right. The Bible says, I think it is in Psalms 127 and verse 1 and 2, 3 there, that unless the Lord builds the house, the builder builds in vain.
Unless the Lord.
So unless the foundation is right,
The cars.
Even the cars will not.
Vanity.
It will be vanity.
Because we have seen people give each other cars publicly.
Yes.
But
for some reason we have to
what is the foundation?
What's up?
Yeah.
What is the foundation?
Does it mean if I don't do that I'm not fruitful and I'm not multiplying?
But you see, now
we consider ourselves blessed.
We've
not done all of that.
I have grown to a place whereby I can never deny my wife anything.
Yeah.
Even if today I get a helicopter, I'll give it to her gladly.
Yeah.
And I know good things will still come.
Yes.
And I know we'll get opportunities of traveling around the world because the babies are growing. They've started coming out of the house now, going to their own places.
We are going. Our passports are ready.
Our passports are ready.
Wow.
Yes.
Luggages are packed.
The three are watching you.
Yeah. So get the foundation right.
Yeah, get
even those cars and whatever, they will have a place to hold to it.
But that's not the marriage. That's
what seals a marriage?
No.
Yes.
What if you're not? What if you're just someone? You're starting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And men are not marrying because the ladies, even before you marry me,
yes,
birthday, I need ABC. So they're even scared.
Yeah.
Boy child is scared. The last one that I also wanted you to talk about was how do you protect each other from the outsiders and sometimes they're even family.
Now, I think I'll be glad
to share. You protected her?
Yeah. No, let me tell you this.
He has had to protect me.
The aspect of protection will come in because of interference from relatives and friends.
Yes.
Relatives here include even your own family members.
Oh, yes.
And to some degree, even your parents.
Oh, yes. Sadly.
Sadly, even your parents.
Yeah.
Yes.
But you know, there's a place you have to stand the ground.
Yeah.
Your ground.
Yes.
As a man. Okay? Because God expects, in his words in Genesis says, a man will leave
Yes.
his family,
His father.
his father and mother.
Mother.
Now, let me give you a revelation behind that.
Yeah.
In case you're a man
Yeah.
and you're still in your father's house, it is an error.
Ooh.
Because God expects you to leave.
Oh, and you're of age, eh?
Of age.
When you are, you
Of
see,
age,
when you a Bible calls you a man,
man.
it means you are of age.
Yeah.
So if you're of age
Yes.
and you're still in your father's house, it is an error.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Hey.
I feel like preaching now. So,
Yes.
Don't start, my husband. Don't.
so whether my parents like it or not,
Not.
God already has ordained me to live.
Leave.
Are you getting the revelation
Yeah.
behind it? God has already ordained me to live because I'm a man.
Yes.
There's an error.
When you
Yeah.
continue
I'm supposed
staying.
to go to start my own government.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
So, when I've started my government, my parents should not interfere with my government.
Your
Yes.
friends should not.
My friends should not interfere.
Your
With your
cousins
government.
should
My
not.
cousins should not interfere.
Your uncles
My
should not.
uncles should not interfere.
Your sisters, your
Should
aunties,
not. Your
Okay.
neighbors.
My neighbors
your
should not.
grandmother
Yes.
should not interfere.
It is my government.
Yeah. To
Yeah.
protect.
So the thing is, I remember there was a time a relative came to my house
Yeah.
and challenged my wife
Ooh. From your side, a relative.
from my
from your
side.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And my mom was there. Or this woman, because I used to leave very early in the morning. I used to start work at 6. I was working on shift in the airport, at the airport. She can't even wake up in the morning,
She can't cook for them.
cook for the husband,
Make breakfast.
make breakfast for the husband. I'm one person who could not even eat before 9. You don't know how we do things in our house.
In our
our
government.
Now you're
our
coming
home. It's a
to and then
Why
my wife that time
serikali?
had a
This
small,
serikali.
we had our small baby, the second born was, I mean, she
Actually,
was
no,
few
she was
months.
still the firstborn. There was still the one.
No,
Yeah.
she was still the one, eh? Okay, yeah. She
So
was still,
still
yeah.
hope.
Yeah. And now, how do you come and try to challenge us?
Yeah.
You don't know even.
And it was not the only accusations.
Yes, and even more. Oh,
Anamwacha anafua nguo.
Anamwacha
You know, we
anafua
used to
nguo. You
really
see?
help with the house chores.
because
early in our marriage. So
Yeah.
he's not doing all of
Yeah.
that.
I didn't
'Cause now
marry
he's
a maid.
working,
I
yeah.
didn't want. I
We
did
used to do everything together.
together. I used to tell her, no, watch eyes on go. We will wash together over the weekend. We get to the
Or I
bathroom.
wash the ones I can, he washes.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is how
So
we've
she
agreed.
criticized
It is
me.
okay with us.
Yeah.
Don't come and put your standards in our house. These are different governments.
Or you need, there's an arrangement there.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So when I realized that, I told her, from today henceforth, you'll not come into my house. I don't want you to see. I don't want to see you in my house. And I told my mom, with all due respect, Mom, I respect you.
Yes.
But please,
Yes.
this thing, leave it.
Wow.
Don't allow this interference.
Yeah.
Yeah. So sometimes you have to be
Oh, and by
firm.
the way,
Your
Rodah,
foot, yeah?
there's something I want to say in that effect.
Yeah.
If you're newly married, stop hosting your relatives in your house.
Avoid.
Keep them off.
Stop it.
Yeah.
It's time for you to get to know each other.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's time for you to build that bond,
Yes.
and you need that space and
Space.
time.
Yeah.
Yani help
So stop.
help the relatives.
From a
But
distance.
help
Really,
them
where were
out
they
there.
living before you got married? See, they had somewhere
There are
that.
those
Yes,
who are
yeah.
living
So
with
why-
the
why-
man.
We're not saying don't help them. Help them support
No, now
them.
they have to stop living
No,
with the
if
man.
my husband
Yeah.
was living with the sister.
Yeah.
Mona.
You see, now the sister has to
has
leave.
to leave.
Yes.
Yeah.
Get a formula of how you can support
Yeah.
them.
Yeah. from
Don't
You see, that is the
don't
issue.
stop.
That was the error there.
Yeah.
Why we were hosting people and it wasn't the right time.
yeah.
It wasn't.
Yeah.
No.
And I also had to protect my wife.
Yes.
When we were getting married, a lot of my friends
Yeah.
were against us simply because
I got a lot
you
of
see,
opposition. I don't know why.
you cannot
A
be,
lot.
you know,
Angel.
a Luo marrying a
Can you
Kikuyu, you know.
No, some was personal.
Others were personal, and apparently
We just don't want to see.
and with
Even
all
church folks.
Yes, even church folks. And
Someone would see me and say,
and because people will say, oh, Akiku can make a good wife, blah blah blah, all those things.
A lot of.
But you see, the thing is, if God is in it,
No, is the Kikuyu your choice? That is my question.
yes, leave it like that. Now, ironically,
Is she your choice?
Rodah, let me surprise you.
Yeah.
Most of those people
Yeah.
who are against my marriage,
Yes.
they are either divorced
Oh.
or others are in their second or third marriage.
And they wanted to make their choice for you.
And they wanted to make a choice
Even pastors.
for me. Even
So
pastors.
serious. So
a man
serious.
should know what he wants.
Yes. As long as you know what God wants for you,
Yes.
please stick to that.
Fight.
Regardless of what your family is telling you, what your pastor is telling you, because God is no respecter
Yeah.
of man.
Yes.
If you are sure beyond reasonable doubt
Yeah.
that this is the choice for God for you,
Yeah.
move on with that.
And you didn't answer back. I know women sometimes.
No, she
I
didn't answer.
cried.
Yeah, you better cry.
Yeah.
I cried, but today, you come and find me. Come and find me.
22 years.
22 years, come and find me in my home.
And try telling me I
Try
don't.
it.
You
You
don't.
try it. You will go back with a testimony.
So we've learned. In fact, I remember in our early years of marriage,
Yeah.
you see, there are some friends who would want to show your wife
Yeah.
some kind of madarao, you know. When they meet you, they say hi. I
Yeah.
mean, they want to hug you, but when they meet your wife, it's like a cold shoulder.
Yeah.
You
There
know
are
what we
people like
decided?
that,
Me and my wife decided, okay, this is how they're behaving.
Actually, we
Okay.
started Kitambo.
Yeah.
We,
You know what?
we had that Nini.
We are
If-
cutting them off.
If you do that, we will not. We
will cut you off.
All
We cut
ignore
you
you.
Yes. The person will come trying to say hi. I'm avoiding the person.
We agreed on that.
We agreed on that.
You don't allow, because I've also seen that a husband has friends who don't like the husband, the wife, and he's entertaining them.
No.
We don't allow that.
It's not right.
You are either our friend
Yes.
or not.
Or not.
Even this thing, Rodah, there's someone who really, took offense.
Yeah.
Because they wanted my husband to go and be a best man in their wedding, and he was to stand there with another lady.
Not you, not
No.
best couple.
No, he just the woman and the man wanted him.
Him.
Yes.
To pair him up with another woman.
Yeah. So we discussed and we were like, no,
It
Yeah.
can't happen.
and there was an offense.
Because even in their marriage,
took
when they have
offense.
conflict and they're
Yeah.
calling their best
Yeah.
couple,
Yeah.
How
How will you come in?
How do you
will
do
you
that?
come and with another?
How do, leave this one because he's married. Go and look for the one who is not married and go on. Because even for me, I don't
Yeah.
see myself going into a wedding as a best maid
Yeah.
standing with another guy. How?
Man. So that's how you protect.
Yes.
You have to put your foot down.
Yeah, because God expects that.
And protection is also even with your kids. You
Oh,
have to show
yeah.
them that you're protecting them. This is my husband.
Yeah.
And that's how I call him. Like
Yeah.
even before them, there's their father, and then
Yeah.
there's a place where he's
is
my
my
husband.
husband.
And they know,
Ooh.
and I say my husband.
Bas.
You know?
You
Yeah.
know what you mean when you say my husband?
My husband.
Yes.
I have to like my husband. You don't do, and they know it, and
Yeah.
it starts from your home,
Yeah.
even with your own children.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they'll give you that respect because the level of respect you give
Yeah.
to your marriage actually is what you get back. Is how people take it.
Yes.
Yeah. So kichukulia juju and you come and you're just casual with your husband, like anyone can say anything to him.
Yeah,
Anyone can. No, he's my husband. Yeah, there's a way you don't You don't bring mazoeano.
To my husband. As we wind up, maybe just one thing from you that has made your marriage work. One thing you can hold on to and say, this is something I value about our marriage.
Yeah. What I did as a woman, I think I had a lot of perception.
Yeah.
The perception I was talking about.
Yeah.
And change your perception. First, trust your spouse, and what they tell you, just believe it. Because unless you believe it, you'll have these perceptions, and perceptions can really mess you up.
Yeah.
Another thing, if you won't pray for your marriage, you won't see that change. If you're not praying for that man, if you're not praying for your man, you won't see that change, because it's only God who can change them. You cannot change them with your talks, with your noise, with your complaining. You can never change them. But there's one who made them and who created them, that knows them before they were formed in their mother's womb, and that can change them and make them into what actually God wants them to be, and that will be the suitable person for you.
Amen.
So that is what I'd have to say.
You can't change.
Yes.
Everyone.
No, you can't. I've tried. I've tried. It's prayer.
Your parting shot.
Wow, my parting shot, in addition to what my wife has said, is your intimacy with God will determine your intimacy with your spouse.
Wow.
I'll repeat again.
Please do.
Your intimacy with God will determine your intimacy with your spouse. The more intimate you are with God, because God is love, then the more intimate you will become with your wife, because now you will have the real love in you. Then you will be able to love your wife well, without any problem.
Wow, that is so deep.
It is deep. It needs a revelation. It will take time before it sinks on people. God is love. So the more you are intimate with Him, and remember I mentioned that the very primary reason for marriage is God first. God's purpose or God's agenda. So your intimacy with God, and you will realize we've experienced.
Wow.
Anytime we are far from God, we are also far from each other. We've seen it in our lives. Anytime we are close to God, we pray a lot, we read the Bible a lot, we declare things upon God, we are so close with God.
Keshas.
Even our intimacy becomes strong.
True. God is love.
God is the bond that joins.
God is love.
God is love.
No God, no love.
No God, no love.
Like no Him, and no love.
N-O.
No. K-N-O-W.
Oh, both are right.
If you know God, you will know love.
And if there's no God?
If there's no God, N-O, you will not know love.
Wow.
That is my parting shot.
Thank you. We should have started there. That is so powerful.
Thank you.
If you want to learn more from the Ohons, check out their YouTube channel, Marriage Talks.
With the Ohons.
The channel
check out
is Rosie Ohon. And you're also on social media.
Yes,
you reply to DMs.
Yes, you do.
Yes, so please.
Rosie Ohon. This one is coming up.
Yes.
He's not very active, but you can always communicate with me, and the message will reach him.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
May God continue blessing you. I just love seeing happy couples. You inspire me.
Thank you,
Rodah.
In my 5 years.
We celebrate you.
We celebrate
you and what you're doing.
Thank you.
Continue, and may God give you more grace for you.
Amen. Well, thank you so much for watching. We've been blessed. I think, let me get intimate with God. That's all.
Amen. Thank you.
God bless you. We'll see you on the next one.